Thank you for calling the U.S. Postal Inspection Service, a federal law enforcement agency. For more information or to file a report, you can also visit our website at www.uspis.gov. For questions regarding package tracking, including parcels with At the end of your call with a customer service representative, please remain on the line to complete a brief survey to help us improve your customer experience. Your opinion matters. USPS is happy to offer you a choice of music while you wait. Please press 1 for holiday, 2 for contemporary, 3 for country.
Oh my God.
4 for hip hop and R&B, 5 for Latin, 6 for world beat.
No thanks. Jesus, that's what we're spending our money on.
Thank you for calling. My name is Rhonda. To assist you, may I please have your name?
Yes, my name is Timothy Riley. Pleasure to speak with you this afternoon, Rhonda. How are you today?
Good afternoon, Mr. Riley. I'm wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay, thank you. I'd like to address some very serious issues with the Columbia Post Office here in the state of Connecticut. The former postmaster and the new postmaster who has replaced him, as well as a postal carrier who's been committing mail fraud and essentially trying to terrorize me through the use of my mailbox for, I don't know, about a year now. And I finally got so fed up with it that I actually, I'm a government accountability activist. I'm a member of press. I'm a journalist. So I put the incident live on the internet one day to give the people an idea of what's going on. One of the more egregious incidents involving this mail carrier is actually something my neighbors have been experiencing as well, and it seems to be a political problem that this lady has with us. I had some Trump signs in my front yard during the election season, and at that time I had some certified mail coming from a courthouse in the state of Connecticut pertaining to a family court case in which the welfare, the health, the safety, and the life of a minor child is in serious danger. And instead of knocking on my door or coming up my driveway, we never had any engagements with this postal carrier ever, right? And instead of coming up to my door and knocking on my door and making us aware that there's certified mail that we need to sign for, she just fraudulently fills out on the card that no one was here. She never even made an attempt to try and deliver the certified mail. She just stays in her truck because she's too lazy to get out, falsifies information on the card saying why the mail wasn't delivered. And then when we filled out the card and asked her to deliver it again, she did the same thing again. And we're here all day, every day. My wife is here all day, every day. We have 4 kids here all day, every day. And, that was like the first incident where I was really frustrated to my wit's end because this woman's hurting my daughter by failing to deliver the mail and I've got to make time out of my busy schedule where I'm enveloped with court and raising a family with 5 kids and working a job, and now I got to find time to go down to the post office to pick up mail that the carrier should have already delivered. That's completely unacceptable. What if I get into a car accident on my way down there and I'm paralyzed from my neck down as a result of somebody not doing their job? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a tremendous liability associated with this woman's choices to simply lie on a form used by USPS to state why the mail wasn't delivered. She's lying. So that was the first incident. Then this goes on. There's there were some packages I was having shipped USPS just to see if she would deliver them. I could have had them shipped FedEx and stuff. I said, no, let's test our carrier here. Let's conduct an audit and see if this person has gotten the message, because I complained to the previous postmaster about this and refrained from calling the office of the Inspector General about it. And things kind of for a very short time got better. She actually started closing my mailbox after delivering the mail again. You know how much wet mail I've received in the last year? It's disgusting. Some of this stuff you can't even read. The ink bleeds. You know, I got Christmas cards that are ruined this year already because she doesn't close my mailbox. It's like her way of getting her little rocks off, her little retaliatory rocks. Like, oh, I'll show you. Now your mail's going to be all wet. It's like, what is so hard about opening up a mailbox, putting in the mail, and closing it? What is so hard about that? I don't understand what this woman's problem is.
Hard at all.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. So it seems as though she's got a problem with Donald Trump. She did the same thing to my neighbors up the road, who are also Trump supporters, who also had a Trump sign in their front yard. Whether or not it's true or could be proven that her actions are politically motivated is irrelevant. Her actions speak for themselves. You cannot put false information. You cannot take a USPS postal card and put a fraudulent statement on it. Oh, no one was available to sign. Nobody was home. That's a fucking lie. Pardon my French, ma'am. That's a lie. And my daughter's life, you know, has been further traumatized as a result of not getting that certified mail from the court. So this woman needs to be terminated. She's been terrorizing my family and playing her game with the mail out there for a year now, and I've got documented video evidence of it on my press channel, featured on Roku, Google Play, Apple Play, Amazon, YouTube. It's all over the place. And the people want something done about it. The people are pissed off because the people are giving the United States Postal Service millions of dollars in tax subsidies. We have a vested interest in the U.S. Post Office now. And we have a vested interest, a public interest in how it's conducting its business and how it's delivering our mail. And it's unbecoming of the postmaster that day. I called the postmaster. The latest incident occurred about a month ago. I had packages coming to the house. She lied and said no one even needed to sign for the packages, but she left a card in the mail that said delivery location inaccessible. She left another card. What is inaccessible about my property? Nothing. There's no gate in front of my driveway. There's no dogs here. There's nothing here. Nobody here has ever threatened this postal carrier. No one here has ever had a conversation with this postal carrier, right? But she just writes off delivery location inaccessible, right? So now I didn't get my packages, and they say in the card that the next delivery attempt was the following day. So the following day comes, and I set up my camera. And I get out there and I watch the post office carrier drive right by my mailbox. Doesn't even stop. Doesn't deliver the mail. Doesn't reattempt to try to deliver the packages that she noted she was going to do. Nothing. She drives right by. So I hop on my electric bike. I chase her up the road. I put her on camera and I say, "Excuse me, do you have my packages in your truck?" And it looked like they were tucked right behind her seat. She says, "No, I don't carry any packages." And I'm looking at like 5 boxes in her truck with my camera live on the internet. It says, "Yeah, you failed to deliver my packages. You're the same carrier that failed to deliver certified mail," and blah, blah, blah. She got all an attitude with me and claimed that she doesn't drive up driveways. 5 minutes later, I follow her up the road from a distance, and she pulls right into somebody's driveway and brings a package to their door. Imagine that. Imagine that. So she's mistreating me. She's abusing her position. She's withholding my mail, and she's lying about it. So she needs to be terminated. And I want a full-blown investigation into what's been happening between that post office and Willimantic. I got video of postal carriers swapping mail in the middle of the street. And it's like one day I got my $4,000 check in the mail. And it's like, thank God, these postal carriers swapped all their mail between their trucks 10 minutes ago, because who knows if I would have gotten my check today or not. So I addressed the new postmaster in the latest incident, which is about a month ago. You can find it on my YouTube channel. It's called Postal Carrier Committing Fraud, Mail Fraud. Connecticut USPS Carrier Committing Mail Fraud Confronted, and Columbia Post Office Audit and Follow-Up, where I talk to the new postmaster. Those 3 videos can be found on my YouTube channel, Tyrant Slayer Studios. They're not behind a paywall, but they are on bigger and more broader networks, and they have been seen hundreds of thousands of times, and people are pretty upset. Now, this postmaster, I called her first thing in the morning before confronting this postal carrier, and she never got back to me all day. Right now, I'm out there talking to the postal carrier. She tells me she's calling the police because I'm asking her questions. Okay, fine. I'll wait for police then. We'll have the police come out here. And I found it to be kind of shocking that the postmaster had all day to call me back and help me address these issues. And she didn't. But within minutes of her egregious postal carrier who's breaking our laws, within minutes of her calling her, the postmaster shows up right there on scene in the street, right there to defend the unlawful and egregious actions of her carrier. She had all day to call me. She couldn't make a phone call, but she'll respond and get out there in the middle of the street and try to cover for her bombastic and egregious postal carrier here. It's totally unacceptable. So the two of them need to be addressed. I don't know what you guys want to do about the postmaster, but I've given her a month to call me back since my follow-up. She hasn't called me back, and as of the last 2-3 weeks, my mailbox is left open every single day, and all my mail is wet. Like I said, I got Christmas cards that are destroyed. Because the postal carrier thinks, oh, well, he didn't do anything. He obviously never made a call. We're obviously never going to get in trouble, so it's back to fucking those guys over. Business as usual. That's what they're doing to me here, and it needs to stop.
So let me actually address the part that I can address, which is actually filing a report against the mail carrier and the postmaster, sending that information over to the district office. There are other issues that I'm actually going to get you to an actual inspector. Now all calls come through the call center. Some of the information, like I said, as far as the problems you've been having with the mail carrier and, the past postmaster as well as the current postmaster, that information needs to go to district as far as, what's going on where the carrier is threatening to call the police. There was an incident where the postmaster showed up.
Yeah, that was all on the same day.
I'm going to actually get an actual inspector.
That's what we need. Absolutely.
I don't have any law degree, so I'm like, that part I can't deal with. So let's do this. Let's first get the report, like I said, against the carrier, and I'm actually going to file it against the postmaster because the carrier falls under the postmaster.
You got it. It was like she was being protected. 06237. Yeah, it was like the postmaster came out and 06237. Yeah, she come out. It's like,
street address. And then because I am going to send that part to the district office, what is going to be the best way of contacting you? We can do by email, letter.
Email would be best. I would like to email correspondence. That way there we have everything in writing.
Okay. So let's get an email address for you.
Yep. It's going to be studio admin, STUDIO, admin, ADMIN, at Tyrant Slayer Studios, TYRANT, Slayer, SLAYER, Studios, STUDIOS.com. Studio admin at TyrantSlayerStudios.com.
And I'm going to spell it all out just to make sure.
Yes, ma'am.
I have STUDIOAD, M as in Mary, IN, at TYRAN as in Nancy, T as in Tom, S as in Sam, LAYERSTUDIOS.com.
You got it. That's it.
Okay.
And please, on your personal time, check out the channel on YouTube. It's called Tyrant Slayer Studios. You can find the videos of this postal carrier and the postmaster and the confrontation with the police and all the escalation that they engaged in to assist this carrier in getting away with committing mail fraud.
Let me ask you, sir, how long has this been going on?
About a year, at least a year.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why I'm fed up with it now. I've filed a complaint about a year ago with the previous postmaster, and I recorded everything. I haven't put it on my channel yet, but I recorded everything. And he seemed to be making an effort to help. He seemed like he wanted to help me and fix the issues. And then when I called him back to follow up like he told me to, or he said, I'll call you on Tuesday next week. I waited. He didn't call. I gave him until Thursday. He still didn't call. So I called him. And when he answered the phone, he no longer could assist me. He couldn't make comment on anything. He refused to give me any answers to any of my questions, and that was it. That's that. Total roadblock. Total obstruction. No one's doing anything to address the problems. Then I find out there's a new postmaster. When I finally tried to address the issues again, as of like a couple of months ago, maybe 6 weeks ago or so, 2 months ago, 8 weeks or so. And I find out there's a new postmaster, and I gave her an opportunity to call me. She doesn't call me. And again, I have an issue with that carrier that very same day. And then, like, all day, the postmaster could have called me. She didn't call me. Now I'm out there live on the internet with a video camera showing the world what my carrier has been doing to me for last year. And she shows right up. The postmaster all of a sudden is summoned right out there into the middle of the street. She parks her car right behind the postal carrier, starts defending her carrier's, unlawful actions. And the carrier's like, laughing it up. Yeah, you ain't going to do nothing. Trust me. She looks right at the carrier. Trust me, nothing's going to happen. You're not going to get in any trouble. I'm like, I'm going to file a federal court case. How about that? You guys want to go to federal court? You're never going to do that. We're not going to federal court. Don't worry. Nothing's going to happen to you. I'm here. I'll protect you. It's unbelievable the way these people treated me and what happened. They called our police. We had like 7 or 8 state police officers here on my street over this. And what did they do? Nothing. They didn't arrest me. I wasn't breaking any laws. Why did the lady call the police on me to begin with? Because I asked her where my package was and why she's been committing mail fraud? Now she wants to call the police on me? Jesus, man. Watch the video. It'll blow your mind. And I've given the new postmaster plenty of time to follow up with me on this. You can see I had a very pleasant, very peaceful follow up with her right inside of the Columbia Post Office trying to address these issues. And I've given her more than enough time. She hasn't even called me. So now it's going up to you guys, and the inspectors are going to get involved, and something's going to be done about it the hard way.
Well, yeah, like I said, that's why that part, because, we're getting inspection service. People have actually called inspection service for inspection service issues, so now everything goes through the call center. Is this the Columbia Post Office at 172 Route 66?
Yes, ma'am. Now, I understand there's like this weird shit I've been getting from the postal employees there and some other people I've asked some questions with. I think I talked to the postmaster in Willimantic at one point, too. There's like Columbia was operating out of the Willimantic post office. Then they just moved back to Columbia. And there's all sorts of convoluted, redundant nonsense happening between these two post offices. I don't know what it is and what it all means, but I would think that the inspectors should be inclined to investigate what the hell is going on between these two post offices and how things are so terribly mismanaged and screwed up between the two of them all the time.
Do you know what time your mail carrier usually runs?
It's totally random. Sometimes, listen to this. One time, it was like she slept in the street inside of the postal truck in the middle of the night, because there's no way to explain how she was there so early in the morning in a postal truck. One of my friends across the street parked his car like 15 feet in front of the mailbox across the street from my neighbor. And she came by one day and yelled, like, was mad that he was parked there. And like, she made a face or did something. We were like, damn, did you see the look she just gave Dom? Jesus Christ, this lady is evil, right? And it's like, well, what's the problem? He's like, oh, you're probably just parked a little close. Well, she had plenty of room, right? She delivered the mail, right? But, oh, what a terrible inconvenience. She's got to sneer at people with her face and smack them with her eyes, right? The following morning, because we were up drinking and playing cards that night, the following morning when my friend went to leave at like 9 o'clock or 8:30 in the morning, she was parked outside in her postal truck waiting for him to go to his car and started screaming at him, telling him he can't park his car there. I have no explanation of why she'd be in a postal truck on our street not delivering mail just to fucking yell at somebody is what she did. And then she drove off doing Mach 10 down my street in a postal truck. That's a true story.
Hey, Mr. Riley, the postmaster, do you have that person's name? parent?
Yeah, if you give me a second, I can get it right here out of my video. I think it's
So
Megan,
you have
but I'm
experience
not
in the
sure.
insurance
Just give me a
industry.
second.
Certainly do.
I think you'd be a
Let's see. He's life. And if I got hit by a car coming down here today, you're welcome. I knew I might have got it wrong. All right, thank you. All right, and allowing us to film in the lobby here today. I'm sure you're aware of the law that allows his life. And if I got hit by a car coming down here today, you're really hurting. This woman is really hurting someone's life, and no one cares. No one seems to care.
It's not that no one cares, and like I said, I've only been here for a little while,
watching
so
the video
we're slowly
now.
addressing
Right
things
on.
as they come up.
Right on. We'll get a handle on it together. I wish you the best of luck here. Thank you so much for respecting our rights and allowing us to film in the lobby here today. I'm sure you're aware of the law that allows us to do that. All right. Well, thank you so much. Megan Fornady, is that correct? Megan
Fornady.
Fornady. Megan Fornady is the new postmaster's name.
Okay, so I got Megan Fornady. All right, so I do have a complaint number. I'm sending this, like I said, to the district office that's actually over that post office. So let's get you that complaint number, and I'm also going to provide that district number, their direct phone number as well.
Excellent.
With the district office, they're only open Monday through Fridays, no holidays or weekends, and it's from 8 to 5 local time.
Okay.
So let's get you that complaint number first, and then I'll pull up the information for that office.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. Oh, let's do this. Since you are going to be contacted by email, check your email. Are you able to check your email?
Yeah,
and see
absolutely.
If you got, it'll say service request,
Yeah, let
and
me.
it'll be from USPS customer support.
Okay. Yep, got it.
All right. So that 336-10621.
Yep.
That's actually the complaint number.
Most
All right,
excellent.
So let's get you the information for that.
Oh, hey, my name
post
too.
office.
My name is Reilly, just so we can correct that going forward on any sort of correspondence.
Let me go ahead and change that now.
Thank you.
Okay, so give me the spelling one more time.
Reilly.
Reilly.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, got that. Let me corrected it there. Let's correct it on this complaint. All right, so that has been corrected. All right, let's go ahead and get you. It says it's Connecticut Consumer Affairs.
Okay.
I'm going to give you their address as well as the phone number. So the address, 141, and it's Weston, Weston. Let me just make sure. Let me check one other spot. I want to make sure that's current because they did some updates. So let's put in your zip code up before I actually give that. Let me make sure one more time again because they did do updates. Your zip code. Come on, computer, really.
Take your time. You're doing great. You've been the most helpful USPS employee I've ever spoke with in a year's time.
Well, that is a good thing. Well, my thing is I believe in treating people like I want to be treated.
We're all human beings here, man. We're all people. We all have feelings. We all have kids and lives and the same aspirations. We all want to be loved. We all want to live and be healthy. Most people just want to be left alone. And I can also guarantee most people just don't want to have problems with their mail. Like
Well, because you've told me what's been going on, I'm one of these people. I really do listen. So let's see.
Yeah,
So
I
it
can
is
tell.
that one.
I
Okay,
can
so
tell. I
there's
sincerely appreciate your professionalism and your due diligence today.
Oh, you're more than welcome. So it is the 141, and that's Weston, West, T as in Tom, O-N, Street, Hartford,
Okay.
Connecticut,
Yep.
with the zip code 06101
Okay.
dash 9631. Let's get you their phone number. Phone number area code 860
Yes, ma'am.
524 6398.
Excellent. Most
Okay.
excellent. Thank
So
you so much.
I sent this complaint over to that office because they're actually over even the postmaster there, and they actually have ways of actually sending information to Washington D.C., whereas I
Excellent.
don't. Um, that's one thing. The other thing, let me close out that window. Um, is I don't know if you've ever written to our consumer advocate in Washington, D.C. I don't know if you've ever been provided with
No,
the
I would
information
love
to
to do
send
that
forth.
though. That would be a great
Okay,
thing.
let's do this. And my thing is, I know your videos are online. I would even send over a letter and maybe even copy the video on a flash drive
Oh,
and
absolutely.
send it over.
Yep.
So therefore, you can show,
With
and
tangible
believe me,
evidence. Yeah.
with Washington D.C., when they get complaints, they do respond.
Very good. Yeah, I'm
So
going to the top.
that
We're
I
going to
know,
DC, baby.
that I know just because I've had to actually do some work, and I've had to actually refer some customers here. So um, let me get them pulled up, our consumer advocates.
I think
So
you'll thoroughly
on
enjoy
the
my
first,
channel and my work too as a government accountability activist. You seem like a great person, and you seem to want to help people, and that's basically what the channel is all about. It's not about reprimanding and suing our government officials. It's more or less about educating the people and our government officials. Sometimes you have to file criminal charges or civil cases in some situations, but that's not the premise. The premise is education, so that we can all actually live a bit more peacefully and more intelligently among each other, so that we don't have problems with each other.
well, my thing, like you said, your actual accountability, that is a word within itself for
Hmm.
me. And my thing is, people need to be held accountable. There are too many people that get a slap on the wrist or nothing happens,
That's right.
and where something could have been resolved at the lowest level,
Hmm.
it escalates because it's not
Right.
resolved.
Right.
So let's get you that consumer affairs information. So for consumer affairs on the first line, you're going to write, no, that's not the right address. Let me go back. That's not the address I want. Washington, D.C. Let me go back. I don't want that office. Okay, so we have on the first line, because it's going to be 4 lines, so you write consumer advocate on the first line.
Okay.
Second line will be USPS headquarters.
Hmm.
And then the street address is going to be 475,
Hmm.
and then it's L apostrophe EN, F as in Frank, AN, T as in Tom, Plaza Southwest.
Jesus, who the hell named that street?
It's all I know is it's French, and when I pronounced it, people have told me you're not pronouncing it right,
Les
so I
Fontes.
always spell
Les
it out.
Fontes. Les Fontes
Well,
Plaza.
that's why because I have family that are Creole, and I just don't get it right. All right, and under that we have Washington D.C.
Yep.
20260.
Most excellent. And what did you say
So,
your name is, dear?
Rhonda.
Rhonda, you're the best.
Well, I thank
You
you.
deserve commendations, honey. You need to get a
Well,
raise. You
my
deserve a
thing is,
vacation.
I believe in treating people the way you want to be treated,
Hey, thank you.
and
We
our
need a
job
million
is
more like
customer
you.
service. Our job is customer service, and for me, because I've worked, in all honesty, almost every part of the post office except for a postmaster and a mail carrier. I'm not an elements person, so that I stayed away from that. But every other job within the post office, I pretty much work, even being supervisor. And I just chose a step down. I didn't like the direction things were going for me. Personally, I'm not that person that will nitpick you for things, but I am that person that believes in accountability. So when you said it, I'm like, okay, I heard what he said. He actually is holding people accountable
Yeah.
and documenting you if
Yeah.
you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
So as his proof. So like I said, that address right there, if you send a letter, even if it's just a handwritten letter, you take the time out to write a letter, that office will respond.
Most excellent. That is very good insight. I sincerely
And
appreciate it.
honestly, we've had situations where someone from Washington has gone to an actual location to see what's going on.
That's awesome.
And from what you're telling me with the videos and the information you do have, that's why I wanted to make sure you got that address as well. They don't have a phone number. Everything is done by letter because
Yeah,
it's
that's
hard
fine.
concrete. It's proof for
Right.
them.
Yeah, it's
So
tangible. It's
that
in
part
writing.
is done.
Mhm.
The other thing, because I am going to transfer you, like I said, to an actual inspector,
Mhm.
because there are criminal elements about what you told me
Mhm.
that honestly, I don't have the skill set. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not
sure.
honestly
I'm
trained
only
in it.
astute myself,
So,
right? I'm learning as I go. It's
so
crazy. I've
my thing
essentially
is,
become a self-taught lawyer in the last year. I stay up until about 4 o'clock in the morning reading case law. I've successfully been self-representing in a family court case involving my young daughter, and I've successfully, which is unheard of in the state of Connecticut, terminated a GAL, a guardian ad litem. I did that myself without a lawyer. I've gotten a judge to recuse herself. I've gotten the Judicial Review Board involved for judicial procedural requirement violations and the misuse of capias. All sorts of upside down stuff happening in our courthouses, and I've got it all documented on video, on audio, on paper, in writing, you name it, every which angle. I am covered. And I'm
well, you
going to
covered
be
this.
blowing the lid off of the racket, because that's what the family court system is in the state of Connecticut. It's an extortion racket, and these people are corrupt. They're connected with it seems to be criminal elements out of Chicago. The city of Chicago, and entities in Chicago have a stake in our courthouses in the state of Connecticut. I've been investigating this for about 9 months, and my wife is beginning to fear for my life because of what I'm finding. You know, there's going to be no way that an American like me, without being insulated, without having some sort of like whistleblower protection status or something, can come out with the level of data that I'm going to be dropping, and without risking his life. People's jobs and careers are going to be fallen by the wayside if this information gets out. So presumably there's going to be a very large entity of the state of Connecticut that tries to stop me from doing this. And that's why I need the support of the people. That's why I'm putting it all out there publicly, to get that insulation, to be united in force with a collective voice for justice, for a change. Everybody's always fighting each other over skin color, over how much money they have, what their religion is, what kind of education. We're all divided economically, spiritually, culturally, politically. Everyone's always fighting, and everything on TV makes us fight each other. Everyone wants to raise their own flag and have their own cake and eat it too. I'm trying to stop that and actually create unity for a change. And it's unity on the common ground that we can all fight for, upon, justice. We can fight for justice and really hold the people and the officials creating these problems accountable for a change. Once we do that, the government's going to know it can't continue on screwing the people, and it can't continue on business as usual, because everyone's watching, because everyone has a camera now, because everyone's doing accountability activism. Yeah, we want to hold constitutional.
Right now, I gotta tell people now, we're all photographers.
That's right. We're all
Everybody
pressed. The First
has
Amendment protects us.
That right there. And I'm like you. I see things that happen. I will videotape you in a heartbeat when
Always
I'm out
film
in
the police.
public.
Never answer any
To,
questions. Don't ever talk to the police. They are not your friend. They are not your friends. So
well, I
always, if you
just
get
have
pulled over,
learned the
film.
hard way. Oh yeah. Well, me, I actually, being honest, I have a camera automatically in my car. I actually have a dash cam as well
Excellent.
as a door cam because I had a situation and I had my brother driving my car and something happened and it was because of those cameras. My
Hey, would you
brother's
be
friends to
interested
this
in
day.
doing an interview with me sometime? I can do a remote studio interview with you. You can get up on panel if you have some stories that you think are worthy of the public's awareness. If you
Well,
have something that you think
I got your information. I'm actually going to send you some information, and
excellent,
I'll disclose my email address. It's no big deal
you were the
because
greatest.
I actually am just like you. I'm actually on a lot of social media platforms
Yeah, me too.
because
Yes.
I believe in truth and honesty, and sometimes what is true, people are not getting to see. They're taking what the press is saying as being truth, and that's not
Right.
always the
It's
case.
always the false
Um,
narrative on TV. We do real news, we get real results, and we're really
well,
making a positive force for
you
progress.
see real people. You see real people, and when you said that about your wife being scared, I can understand that as well. Been there.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, Mr. Riley, I pulled up just to see what field office covers your post office and even the district office as far as inspection service. Inspection service is actually, the field office is in Boston. Although they have local agents, the actual field office is in Boston.
Okay.
So I am going to get someone from Boston on the phone. I would actually give them the information that you've provided to me
Perfect.
because, like I said, there are criminal elements that you've
Hmm.
actually disclosed
Hmm.
that needs to be handled by inspection service, not a local post office or even a district office.
Right. Yeah, the postmaster wouldn't even
And the,
acknowledge any of that. It's so disgusting. It's like she just
well,
thinks
this
they're
is
going
the
to get away
thing.
with
Like
this.
I said, my thing is I'm actually getting you to people that actually this is what they get paid to do. This is what they went to school for. And I want to get you the best possible help that I can as a person.
I
Um,
sincerely appreciate it. We
because
need
it
100 million more public servants like you. I swear. If we just had 100 million more of you, this whole country would be a lot better.
the other thing, because it is going to transfer you to an outside secure line where, like my line, every call is recorded from the beginning to the end.
Hmm.
I don't know as far as inspection service if that is the case,
Hmm.
but before I get you over to them, because it is going to take me off the call, is there anything else I can assist you with?
How do I put in accommodation for you to commend you for your outstanding and very distinguished performance here today?
You know what? They actually send out, sometimes you'll get a call or an email about customer service. Me just hearing from you is good enough for me. I'm not that person that needs a
Well,
pat
I
on the
want I
back.
want your higher
My
ups to
thing is,
know
I'm
that
talking
they've
to you.
got I want the higher ups to know that they've got a diamond in the rough here. You are extraordinary and you are very professional and very distinguished in contrast with the other USPS officials I've had the displeasure of speaking with in the last year. It's like night and day here. So I really wouldn't mind at all. In fact, I would love to make an effort to help distinguish you from those people and just put in a good word for you. Whether it makes a difference or not, who knows? But I would like to try to,
Well, like
to,
I
to
said,
help distinguish you.
because I'm gonna transfer you to inspection service. They're an external line. It will totally disconnect you from our lines at all.
Okay.
If I even sent you to someone above me, it won't get you to inspection
Oh,
service,
okay. Yeah.
and I
So let's
want
scratch that for now.
inspectors
I'll find
to
out how to
hear.
do that for you
So,
another time.
well, like I said, if they send a survey, thank you. If not, you thanked me already. That's good enough. What you're doing matters to me on so many different levels. And when I actually send you that email, I'll tell you why.
Hmm.
And I'll also send you a phone number for me where you can
Excellent.
contact me directly.
Most
Because we
excellent.
could actually have some, we could actually share some videos actually.
Yeah,
All
right.
right, so
And help.
let me get them on the line for you. Hold on one moment, okay?
Excellent. Thank you so much. Hey, God bless you and yours. You're the greatest.
Mr. Riley, God bless you and your family. Please continue to stay safe, stay healthy, and you guys have a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you. You too. Merry Christmas.
And good luck in court. Look, good luck in court with
Oh,
your
I'm
case.
going to come out on top. We're all going to be rich. The people are
I
going to
know.
party. I'm going to, and you're going to be a part of that. You're going to be a part of that.
Oh
The
yeah,
gravy
like I
train's coming,
said,
honey. It's
I'm
going to
gonna
take a couple of
celebrate.
years.
I'm celebrate. Well, you know what? My thing is, anybody that's actually fighting for their kids, they got to be good in their heart, regardless. People don't understand. I was raised by my dad. I was actually raised by my stepfather, not even my blood dad, my stepfather. He raised me. So
He did a
when I
fine
say
job, I'll tell you
it really
what.
does matter, it matters. So hold on one moment for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Postal Inspection Service, how may I help you?
Hi. I just had a very pleasant conversation with the central office about a number of very egregious and lawful and unlawful activities being carried out by a postal carrier and completely dismissed and overlooked by, essentially ignored by, the new postmaster at the Columbia Post Office located in the state of Connecticut.
Okay, so it's the postal employee that's doing something wrong?
Yeah, the postal
I just
carrier.
Want to be clear. I just want to be clear. I'm gonna have you tell me what's going on, but just so you know, I might need to give you another phone number to call because most of the time, if it's stuff that has to do with a carrier and internal stuff, it would be handled by the Office of the Inspector General and not the Postal Inspection Service because we handle external. But let me know what the carrier is doing first, and then I'll let you know if we can handle it or if I need to send you somewhere else.
Okay. The postal carrier has basically been committing mail fraud. She's not delivering mail. She's not delivering certified mail. She's not making any attempt to make my wife and I aware that she's got certified mail to deliver. She just fraudulently records on that little USPS card that the delivery location is inaccessible, which is not true. We don't have any dogs here. There's no gate on her driveway or anything. She'll put no one was available to sign. We're here all the time. I have 5 children. My wife is here all day.
Okay. All right. So what you're explaining to me is actually more of a customer service issue, and I understand you haven't gotten any results from the local post office. So what I can do is I can give you a phone number for your local consumer affairs office, and you can contact them and let them know that the local post office has not rectified the issue, and you want to escalate the problem and speak with them regarding the fact that the carrier is not properly delivering the mail.
Well, it seems to
that
be.
would be a customer service issue.
There also seems to be a connection between politics and this carrier's decisions. It's happening to neighbors up the road from me as well. We had some Trump signs out in front of our yard during the campaign for presidency, and they're having the very same issues. They had their signs out there too. So it seems like there's a possible link. It's plausible to suggest that her political beliefs are dictating her performance while she's at work. In the latest incident I had involving another package that I had shipped USPS just so I could document what's been going on. I've got video on my media channels featured on Roku, Google Play, Apple Play, Amazon, YouTube. They've been viewed hundreds of thousands of times. The latest incident was a month ago. I had some packages purposely shipped USPS just so I could document whether or not she would deliver them. And of course, she again decided to fraudulently declare on one of those cards that my delivery location was inaccessible. She put down that she would attempt to redeliver the following day. So the following day, I got my camera set up and everything like that and watched her just drive right past my mailbox, at which time I pursued her on my electric bike, pulled up alongside of her, and asked her why she didn't deliver my package. And she said, I don't deliver packages, but right there in the video, you can see like 8 or 9 or 10 packages right there under her seat and behind her seat. And in fact, I think I spotted my package on her truck. And I said, there's my package right there. Aren't you going to give me my mail today? I said, you're the same carrier that didn't deliver the certified mail I had coming from family court, leaving my daughter in a very dangerous and grave situation. And she just drove off and decided to ignore me. So I had called.
That definitely, at this point, it's definitely a customer service issue that has to be dealt with. So again, I can give you the number for the Consumer Affairs Office, and you can let them know that the local post office is not doing anything to help you to fix the problem.
Okay.
Okay. So let me get. You said you're in Connecticut, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can call 860 524 6398.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And what is your name, dear?
You're welcome. My name is Mary.
Thank you so much, Mary. Have a wonderful afternoon.
You're welcome. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.